A number of international institutions have predicted that it would only take a few decades for Indonesia to become a global powerhouse. An advanced Indonesia is inevitable, with its abundance in natural resources and exceptional human capital. A fair and prosperous Indonesia is only achievable through an unyielding enforcement of law, crime prevention, and an anti-corruption culture imprinted on each citizen. Corruption is considered an extraordinary crime. A crime that will prevent Indonesia from becoming an advanced and well-respected country. To avoid this, the country needs an effective corruption eradication strategy, strong political commitment, adequate law resources, and participation from all levels of society. Corruption can be eradicated with three strategies. The first is by action, prosecuting violators and thus creating a deterrent effect for them and future potential offenders.
Karena sesungguhnya jutaan mata rakyat Indonesia menjadi mata KPK.
The second strategy is through preventive efforts by improving and enhancing political and law enforcement systems to limit opportunities to offend. The third strategy is through education, involving awareness-raising activities, campaigns, training, as well as collaborations with various stakeholders in society. The purpose of anti-corruption education is to highlight the repulsive nature of corruption. Aversion towards corruption can be achieved if people are aware of and understand its dangers, so that they adopt an anti-corruption stance. Anti-corruption behavior in each individual can be strengthened so they can advocate for corruption eradication efforts anytime, anywhere.
Tetapi faktanya banyak disikapi dengan kufur, dengan mengingkari. Sehingga taman surga itu kemudian menjadi ini metamorfosa aja.
The Indonesian Corruption Eradication Commission strategies in its fight against corruption can only be perfected by society's involvement and participation. This includes the involvement of families, communities, schools, civil society, business practitioners, political society, millennials, women, disabled citizens, professionals, media, academics, public figures, religious leaders.
Bila pernyataan lepas dari kenyataan, janji lepas dari bukti, hukum lepas dari keadilan, kebijakan lepas dari kebijaksanaan, kekuasaan lepas dari koreksi.
Lihat, kami adalah santri yang dididik, diajari oleh kiai, bukan untuk mencuri, apalagi korupsi.
And other important elements in society.
Pemilu berjalan adil, jujur, terbuka, dan demokratis.
Jadi dari dulu saya bermain musik memang harus dengan penuh kejujuran.
The Indonesian Corruption Eradication Commission comprise commissioners of the Corruption Eradication Commission, a supervisory board, and staffs performing their duties in several fields, covering education and public involvement, prevention and monitoring, enforcement and execution, coordination and supervision, information and data, all of which are supported by the Secretariat General. Corruption can be eradicated faster if efforts are fully supported by all of the nation's elements. The anti-corruption educational strategy is implemented using 4 approaches. First is the implementation through an anti-corruption education network covering formal education, starting from early age to elementary school, junior high school, high school, universities, civil service education, informal education, and other non-formal forms of education. Secondly, the strategy is implemented through campaigns and awareness-raising approach, urging all of the nation's element to join in the fight against corruption. This approach is executed using various methods of campaigning and adapted to suitable media correspondence in accordance with audience segmentation and their characteristics. Raising awareness and campaigns are held within ministries, state institutions, regional governments, law enforcement agencies, private sectors, political parties, non-government organizations, and the public in general. The third approach is conducted through education and anti-corruption training for ministry institutions, particularly for government employees and state officials, politicians, the public, and business entities. The Indonesian Corruption Eradication Commission has developed certified anti-corruption trainers and integrity-building experts through training and by gathering experienced personnel with integrity and the competency to deliver anti-corruption messages and to establish compliance within an institution. Training for the Commission's employees is a strategic necessity to enhance corruption eradication results through high-quality staffs who are full of integrity. The fourth approach focuses on the development of community participation. This development seeks to increase community participation in supporting enforcement, prevention, and anti-corruption education activities. This requires participation from civil societies, non-government organizations, communities, private and corporate sectors, political groups, social and religious institutions, mass organization, professionals, media, academics and scholars, public figures, and anti-corruption activists.
Film terbaik, Gombal from Home. Korupsi bukan hanya kejahatan merugikan uang negara. Dan bukan pula hanya sekedar merugikan perekonomian negara. Tetapi korupsi, kejahatan yang merampas hak rakyat, merampas hak asasi manusia. Kita harus membangun martabat kebangsaan. Kita juga harus mengentaskan kemiskinan. Dan kita juga harus mencerdaskan kehidupan bangsa. Perlawanan terhadap korupsi. Dan katakan, ayo tidak korupsi.
Indonesia honors state orders and integrity, fairness, and prosperity among its people. Indonesia without corruption is a developed and advanced Indonesia, a wealthy Indonesia, Indonesia where jobs are plentiful, Indonesia that makes its people proud, Indonesia that's respected, Indonesia with exceptional human capital, Indonesia with affordable food in abundance, and Indonesia that's home to people with healthy bodies and happy souls. The Indonesian Corruption Eradication Commission for the Nation. Renounce corruption through education.